I was a football coach for the Aggies at one time. And you like the Aggies? Got any Aggie fans? Yeah, that's good. I won't ask about anybody else because there'll be maybe some renegades in here. So I'm not going to ask about any other schools. But we got it look like a lot of Aggies, so it's good to have y'all here. What about, is anyone excited about Christmas? Yeah, I figured I'd get some yeses on that. Well, anyway, I'm happy to be here with you. We're going to take just a few minutes here and read a couple of poems about Christmas. And we know y'all are not probably all that excited, so maybe this will get you a little more excited about Christmas. Help pass the time anyway. So the first one is entitled Santa's Helpers. And this is a poem by Nora Borland. The fairies and elves on last Christmastide decided to open their hearts very wide and spend extra time throughout the whole year in helping their grandfather, Santa Claus dear. Our fingers are nimble, we'll quickly make toys, enough to supply all the girls and boys. And Santa may watch over us to see if it's right, so all will be ready before Christmas night. Then bravely they all went to work with a will, and soon all was quiet in the wood shop and mill. For old Santa said, enough and well done. We've toys enough now to make all kinds of fun. We thank you, old Santa, and your helpers too, for all the many kind things that you do. And should you need more help in making your toys, just call on your small friends, the girls and the boys. How about that? Y'all excited about getting some toys? All right, here's another one about the smells of Christmas. Now, I don't know if your mothers and grandmothers have started baking yet, but when Christmas comes, you get the trees in the house and you start getting all the different cakes and pies and all those things. There's some smells that go along with Christmas. So this is called The Smells of Christmas by Bernard Hull. I love the smell of Christmas, along with all the lights, log fires in the fireplace on those cold winter nights. The smell of Christmas goodies that are all baked with tender care. The smell is just the greatest. There's nothing to compare. The evergreen so fragrant, the smell of Christmas season, like the hanging of mistletoe that's done for a good reason. The red berries of holly in that arrangement on the table, which I'm sure is much better than Christmas was in that stable. Poinsettias all around to balance off the garland. Music boxes everywhere, bought by my sweet darling. Cinnamon and peppermint fills the air that's in our house, and what it's stirring in the night is not the Christmas mouse. Those pies that make me drool just sitting there on that shelf is as if they were made special for that jolly old Christmas elf. All right, now this next one is a poem that's like a couple hundred years old. And what happened, and it's one of the most widely read poems anywhere in the world. And it's about a man woke up, or just before he went to bed, he heard some noise outside the house. You know, what happens at Christmas, a lot of time, kids have to get in bed early for Christmas because you have to be all tucked in when it comes time for Santa Claus. And so this father, this man of the house, he had all the kids tucked away, so they were okay and they were safe, but he heard this noise and he looked out and he saw Santa Claus coming to bring the gifts for his children. So anyway, that's what this poem's about. It's a visit from St. Nicholas. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them my name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, Oh, Comet, come. Cubit, come on. Donner and Blixen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop to the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly, and then he shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But then I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Merry Christmas." All right. Thank you all for coming out, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas. I hope all of you have been good, right? All of you have been good little kids. You all expecting to get something, right? Yeah, you too? Yeah, okay. Merry Christmas to you. You too. I bet you have been good. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming. All right.